With the exception of war photojournalism, wedding photography can encompass almost every genre that exists. Hey guys, thanks for joining today. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, I just wanted to talk real quickly about wedding photography and what it's done for me and what it might be able to do for you. The way that I like to describe wedding photography, I like to describe it as the jazz music of photography. When you learn jazz music, first of all, I was a minor. I minored in jazz performance at UT Austin. My concentration was percussion. And when you learn jazz music, you learn to play almost anything. Jazz, funk, fusion. You learn all sorts of crazy odd times. You learn metric modulation, all sorts of crazy concepts. And when I say jazz music, I'm talking about all forms, right? Everything in between bebop to fusion. You learn things that you would have never thought existed. And so when I think about wedding photography, it is a genre that has taught me the most about the most genres. So when you photograph and you're exposed to the insanely various scenarios that wedding photography presents to you, you have the potential to learn almost everything about the differing genres of photography. Because let's think about it for a second. With the exception of war photojournalism, wedding photography can encompass almost every genre that exists. Photojournalism, obviously, candid photos, shooting as the day unfolds naturally. General event photography, when you're shooting the reception, you learn how to use bounce lighting, or you should learn how to use bounce lighting. Portrait photography. Fine art / creative work, landscape. One of the things I'm known for around town is taking these very beautiful kind of wide open shots of the sky and the surrounding hill country, and incorporating that into my wedding portraits. Product photography is another one, when you're shooting the bouquet and the rings. So there's a large breadth of genre that you can experience shooting wedding photography. But even beyond that, one thing you have to learn in jazz music is improvisation. And to be a good wedding photographer, you have to know how to improvise and how to think on your feet on a moment's notice. Wedding photography will also teach you how to deal with crazy people, because there's a lot of them during the day. Usually it's on the mother's side, whether it's the mother-in-law to be or the mother of the bride. It's just a fact. For obvious reasons, this is their daughter's big day. They want to make sure everything's perfect. But you do have to have a mentality to be able to deal with these kinds of people. You'll get very abrasive people. You'll get really nice people, but you'll get very abrasive people sometimes too. Back in 2017, in fact, I wrote a Facebook post that explains why I charge what I charge for my wedding photography services in comparison to my other event photography services. And I'll just read it for you now. This basically encapsulates my feelings about wedding photography. I charge more for my wedding photography because you're literally getting a bigger piece of my brain. The truth is, I don't work as hard, nor am I as emotionally committed shooting corporate events or downtown events, private parties or bands, live music and press kit photos. So that's why I charge less when shooting those events or situations. It's not hard to shoot a corporate event or a band. Wedding photography, on the other hand, is my bread and butter, and it has taught me nearly everything I know today about photography. I am investing myself emotionally and physically into your day. With wedding photography, I am thinking creatively, emotionally, technically, strategically, logically, and swiftly. You're getting my experience shooting hundreds of weddings since 2006. You're getting my customer service skills, my flexibility, both figuratively and literally. There have been many moments where I've leapt several bounds or contorted or twisted my body, for example, in an attempt to capture ground perspective shots of drunk people attempting the centipede and many other shenanigans. You're getting my patience, my attention to you and to those who are important to you, my attention to and ability to capture never to be seen again moments. You're getting my ability to work with you, to take your input and feedback if you have any, and attempt to incorporate it, or not, gently, into what you've hired me for. You're getting me in my most stressed and alert form, my peak form, firing on all cylinders under any kind of pressure that comes my way. You're getting my ability to tell my second shooters and assistants what to do to make your day and mine easier. My brain working to process it all and working multiple ways and in multiple speeds, all while still attempting to be creative so that I can fulfill your wishes and capture timeless memories for you forever. And so, yes, considering all the above, you will pay more. It's worth it, I promise. This isn't the time for amateur hour. This is your wedding. Your photography buddies can't do this, and your uncle can't do this either. Hashtag mic drop. Now, I know that's super dramatic and all, but if you really think about it, this is something that wedding photographers deal with. We are taxed the entire day from different directions, different people, different requests, people telling us where and what would be a good shot. It happens all the time. And so you have to be able to process that and to remain calm and to deal with that kind of influx of input. And you have to do this all the while trying to remain creative as possible. And it's tough, and it's not for everybody. But I would suggest every photographer tries to shoot or second shoot at least 1 or 2 weddings just to see what it's like, just to see what, how it pushes you. Some of you, it may put you outside of your comfort zone. For me, in the beginning, I don't know why I'm wired this way, but I have always been able to deal with stressful situations. I'm very good at improvising, coming up with solutions on the spot. And again, I don't know where that came from, but that's just how I'm wired. And so weddings for me, wedding photography for me, has always been fun. I've always loved doing it, and I've learned so much from shooting. I shot my first wedding for free. Someone saw the pictures and asked me to shoot their wedding. I shot it for $250, and then from there, my prices just started getting more expensive. So those kinds of clients are still out there today. If it's something that you are considering, I would pursue it. And another thing that was different about me, I really didn't look. I mean, this is back in 2006. I don't even know. I think YouTube was around, but at that time, I think I got a wedding photography book, and I did have some experience shooting live music. So live music, you do have to deal with some of those stress factors, people in the way, trying to get the shot at peak moments, that kind of thing. So I wasn't completely new to photography, but I had certainly never shot a wedding before. But it is something I would highly consider if you were looking to grow your skill set, to maybe put yourself, like I said, outside of your comfort zone. I think it'll be worth it for you, because the worst that can happen is you decide you don't want to do it, but you will have learned a lot, and at least you will have learned that about yourself. And even better, for those who think that they don't want to do it and then find that they do want to do it after trying it, that's even better, of course, right? Either way, you'll learn something about yourself, and I think that's always a good thing. Okay, guys, well, I just figured I'd pass along a little bit of insight. I hope that helps you, and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.